Hey there, sports fan addicts. We are getting into week 16 football. Our first game, and these at this point, the way the NFL has made the schedule, they mix up a lot of these teams and mix up the schedules to make a lot of the end of the season games more divisional games. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of mixing, moving, bobbing, weaving, playoff teams in and out, on the fence, fighting for hunts. Again, I'm gonna do a playoff picture next week. Just because I want to wait till it gets a little clearer. I don't want to sit here and talk about 25 teams out of 32 that, and half of them are in the hunt and all this silly shit. So we're going to let them play another game or so before we, let's weed out some of the bottom feeders real quick before we worry about the playoff hunt episode. But right now, this Thursday, we have a good game coming up between the Jags and the Jets in New Jersey. The way the Jags have been playing, I'm going to take the Jags in this one. I take the Jags in this one 27-19 is what I'm going with. It's just, I like the way the Jags are playing football right now. They're playing some exciting football. They're coming off a huge overtime win against Dallas, which is one of the top defenses in the NFL. And for them to be able to not only stay with it, fight with it, but also show that they have poise and defense that's able to stand up to some of the better teams offensively in this league is huge. And I think the Jets coming in, again, we're gonna have another game where Zach Wilson's starting. Mike White is, he's got some fractured, possibly broken ribs. So he's going to be out for, if the Jets can make it up, keep themselves in the mix for the playoffs, he might be back, before the end of the season or for a playoff, push. I just don't. I see the Jags. Jags are, again. There's some momentum behind this team. As much as I don't like Lawrence, he's playing really good football. He's being a leader, which the team needed. And it's they've got some very young talent. All these people. I remember when Devontae Adams was when he wanted to be traded and he was looking to sign his new contract, his deal. And he was complaining about the money that that if Christian Kirk got, $76 million, he should get twice that because of the guy, comparison. The reality of it is at this point, Christian Kirk probably means more to Jacksonville than Devontae Adams means to Vegas. Because Christian Kirk is just he's changed the entire offense over there because he's given them, not only has he made himself a legitimate target by opening up and spreading the defense, he's made Zay Jones a fairly legitimate target, and he's also made it so they have to respect passing game enough to open up the rushing game. At the level that Lawrence is playing right now, I feel very confident going with the Jags this week. I think it's going to be, it's the beginning of some of the better weeks of football. This is when, the playoff picture really, the murkiness starts to clear itself up. I just really, I'm looking forward to the next couple weeks. You have Christmas coming up this weekend. Christmas falls on a Sunday this year, so we are going to be, the NFL has scheduled most of the games on Saturday, so we'll be putting up a Friday episode for the review most of the Saturday games. I think there's only one Christmas game this year. So we'll see how that turns out. In the meantime, I'm looking forward to just some holiday football and having some fun, and seeing how the teams, get their shit together for the playoffs. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying that too and looking forward to some football. In the meantime, you guys have a good one. We'll see you Friday night.